always acknowledge the presence and help of Almighty God. For it in him we live and move and have our being. Acts 17:28. None of what we do, certainly let me speak for myself, nothing that I do, I can do without the help of God. So when people tell me that I look relatively young, I say two things: God and my wife Charmaine. Which gives me the opportunity to welcome my dear wife Charmaine, my wife of almost 28 years. Yes. Thank you, darling. I love you. You are the glue that keeps our family together, and I thank God for you every single day. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love you too. I want to congratulate all nominees and awardees. As I say every time, nomination is recognition. So whether you make or you get the award tonight or not, I want to thank you in advance, congratulate you, thank those who nominated you, and to commend you for being nominated and hopefully awarded. We thank you very much. I do want to acknowledge the great work we've done this year as a bank. And while I will not detail those tonight, I could not help but recall with fondness and excitement our great efforts and success at the ICBG, the Intercentral Bank Games. We came second to Jamaica. The games were held in the Bahamas. And of course, if anybody knows anything about Jamaica, Jamaica is hard to beat. But it was a wonderful time we had in the Bahamas over Easter. We had a nice integration of older staff, young staff, new staff, relatively speaking, and we had a great time. And I'm very proud of the team and the reception that you got, led by President Kelsha. Kelsha, I'm not sure if you're in the room. Kelsha and her husband are here. Very good. Let's recognize the President of our Staff Association and her husband. Yep. And all the members of the Staff Association. Kelsha put on a wonderful reception, worthy of champions, and I was very pleased with that. Very, very pleased with that. So that was one of the fun things we did together. But in terms of impacting people directly, I'm very pleased with the progress we made on the ease of opening bank accounts. You will hear more of that in the next few months, but as of December 1, we have given a certain guidance to our banks to make it easier for people to open bank accounts, including the requirement for 1, not 2 IDs, the establishment of what we call low-risk accounts, and a number of things to make it easier for people to do business. Startups, young people coming out of school who want to engage with the financial system. And so that's something we worked together on for the last year, and I'm very pleased that we're now in a position to bring some direct impact to the public in regard to the ease of opening bank accounts. I'm also pleased that this year we finally saw the rollout of the Credit Bureau. The Credit Bureau has now been established in the currency union. A long dream and ambition of our currency union. Credit Bureau is here. And in the next few months, it was launched in Antigua and Barbuda. The legislation has been passed in all 8 countries, and we will have, in the next few months, all of our countries seeing the Credit Bureau. Not just for banks, credit unions, as well as other credit information providers. And I want to recognize the work of Kennedy Byron. That's one of the things he worked really hard on before he retired. I also want to acknowledge what we've done with respect to the Partial Credit Guarantee Program. Today, that guarantee has now done in excess of 130 guarantees, more than $15 million. I think Carmen and her team are in St. Vincent and Grenadines this week, Grenada next week, so they're on the road. But this is a program we launched in the pandemic to help small businesses access credit. It's been a little slow in takeoff, but now it's starting to take off. And again, it's our effort to support small businesses. Every large business started small. And there's no way in this currency union we are going to realize our ambition of the big push without small businesses really growing and taking off. So this is something we're very proud of. So, I'll leave it there in terms of what we've done. Just wanted to mention those 3 things. I want to acknowledge our partners in the room. So Mr. Trevor Blake and his wife were already acknowledged, the MD of ECSC. I also want to acknowledge the fact that we have been pushing very much on the wealth creation agenda. And in the next few months, you will see a lot more efforts on this notion of moving from saving to investing. And I want to be clear tonight. Our ambition is to see us move from 4%, which is 1 in 25 persons, to 1 in 5 persons, 20% over the next decade. I've said this before. When you contrast with the United States, it's 60%, 3 in 5. Everybody in this room needs to be a financial investor. Everybody. And that's why I commend the government of St. Kitts and Nevis for the Aspire program. It aligns with what we want to see in the currency union. And by the way, wealth creation also helps with financial resilience. And if there's one thing we have to do as a region more, is to build resilience. What is resilience? Our capacity to absorb and withstand shocks and bounce forward. Not back, forward. Very important. That's part of how we build financial resilience. We have to generate wealth, and not just for ourselves, but we want to have intergenerational wealth transfer. All right, let me stop here. So, in closing, I want to acknowledge the work and support of my colleagues who work directly with me, our executive, deputy governor, chief director, for their hard work, dedication, and support throughout the year. Thank you very much, DG. Thank you very much, CDP. Our heads of departments, thank you very much. Heads, where are you? Could you stand? Heads, could you stand? Where are our heads? Heads of department. Let's acknowledge our heads. Thank you, heads. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And your families, thank you very much. And I also want to acknowledge my administrative professional with Shion. Shion, where are you? Shion had some tough shoes to fill, but she's done very well in the last year. Thank you, Shion. And I see my former AP, Janice and Ellis, are here. Thank you very much, Janice and Ellis. Love you guys. Thank you for coming. And I also want to acknowledge the new members of staff. In the last year, several of our staff have joined. Could you, new staff, please stand? New staff, wherever you are, just stand. New staff members, where are you? Let's see you. Let's put our hands together for our new colleagues. This is their first gala, and we are happy to have them all. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Welcome to the ECCB family. And with that, I've come to the end of my remarks. Have a wonderful Christmas and enjoy the evening. God bless you all.